MHN Property Management and Bondoc Roofing present the 1, 2, 3 of roof replacements.
Hi, I'm Courtney Rosen, owner and broker of MHN Property Management here in San Antonio, Texas. And I'm here with Italia Grosso from Bondoc Roofing. Hi, Italia.
Hi, how's it going?
Doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Enjoying the heat?
Yes, definitely.
It's getting sweltering out here, but welcome to Texas.
We're roofers, we're used to it.
That's good, right? As long as you're not the HVAC people who have to go in the attics all the time.
Yeah, I go for them.
Yep, big shout out to all HVAC peeps. So we're going to talk today about how to build a roof. And this is just really handy if you're talking with a roofer. For all my real estate agent, broker friends out there, this is really great when you're talking to a client, just so you're using the right terminology and you understand what you're talking about. That's really helpful. So this is a shout out to all you to be a little more informed. So what do we start with?
We're going to start with the base of our roof, which is going to be our rafters, which is going to be a 2x4, or actually lots of 2x4 boards that are making the shape of the roof generally. So everything on your roof is going to go on top of these.
Okay, awesome. And I have seen on these different issues if they're not, you don't have the right formula for them. Tiles aren't gonna, you can't put it on a 3-tab. So this is an important part.
Yes.
All right, and so on top of my rafter, now this is a total disclaimer. This is not a piece of plywood. You would usually have a 5/8. Is this 5/8?
I believe so.
Yeah, 5/8 plywood.
Yeah.
But
this is our pretend.
Yeah, you get the idea.
Pretend decking is what we're going to
work with me here. So we have decking. That's a plywood to create that foundation. Mm-hmm. All right. And I think I've also seen, even on new homes, where it's kind of already wobbly in between, but I think it's because the rafters, they didn't line them up right.
Yeah, there's a real specific science to the rafters and you know, ways that you have to put them on. So if the decking gets on, the rafters are not right and the decking's not right, then it's going to bow and it's not going to be good.
Okay. Yeah.
It's important.
So you're going to do that. And then imagine right now we have our underlayment. What's underlayment?
Underlayment is kind of like a protective seal for your decking and everything underneath. So, you know, it could be felt paper, it could be a synthetic underlayment. There's different options, but basically since your decking is not waterproof, this is kind of like an extra protective measure to keep water from getting into your house.
Very important. So there you go. All right, and so on top of our decking and underlayment, we're gonna have
our roofing material, most commonly in San Antonio, a shingle. I have a dimensional shingle here for you.
Here we go. So we have our shingle. All right, and
these get nailed into the decking and the underlayment. The nails go in and seal these on there.
And so it's important to seal the nail holes too, so the water doesn't enter through the nail holes.
Correct, yeah. All the nail holes need to be sealed and covered. Super important to nail them in the right spot because otherwise you just have exposed to the elements nail heads.
Yep, that's not good. That will basically end up with water in your roof. Mm-hmm. Don't like that. All right, so that's the main parts, but whew, that was fun. I love being a roof.
Yes.
So after you have your rafters, decking, underlayment, roofing material, what are all the things popping out of the roof?
Yeah, so all the little pipes and metal things that you see on top, a lot of it is HVAC equipment from inside your house, but also ventilation is super important. So there's a lot of hot air, especially here in San Antonio, Texas, where it's 100 degrees all the time. There's a lot of heat that's building up inside your attic, and so you need proper ventilation to get that heat out of there. While it is helpful to save you money and protect your home as far as, you know, cooling purposes, it's also super important for the actual roofing material. If you've got heat trapped in there, it's just basically cooking the shingles, and it's gonna give out a lot quicker than if you have the proper ventilation.
So is more better? Should I just like fill it up with turtle vents and ridge vents and everything?
No. So there's like a really specific science to how, you know, you've got to have the airflow coming in, the airflow coming out. You can't do like ridge vent and all these other vents on the side. It's just going to counteract and it's not going to work. So definitely make sure that you're getting the proper ventilation for the roof that you have. So it goes into the size, the pitch, all kinds of things play into that.
Awesome. So ventilation, it's a science, don't mess with it. Yes. And flashing?
Flashing is going to be these sheets of metal that go in all the kind of like crevices where a shingle and underlayment wouldn't cover. So where the roof meets your chimney, they're going to need to be flashing there to prevent water from getting into those cracks.
Or if I have a valley in the roof.
Correct. If you have a valley, especially if your roof is a low slope, you're going to want a sheet of metal flashing to go and prevent the water from getting in.
And also on low slopes, it's just come back, and I learned recently because we had someone who wanted to use not one of our preferred vendors for their roof, and brand new roof put on, and within a month he was like, I have a leak. Yeah. Why? Because we had 8 inches of rain in 2 days. You're welcome, San Antonio. And after like 1 inch for like 5 months.
Yeah.
But it was, the slope was too shallow, and they only put 1 layer of underlayment.
Yeah.
So the water was sitting there, and it wasn't enough to protect the roof.
Correct. Yeah. If that slope is really low, the water's going to kind of go, especially with high winds, the water's going to go back underneath the shingles. It's going to sit on that underlayment. It's just going to soak through and ruin all your decking. Rain in your house, it's going to be bad news. So.
Yep. And so we got flashing and drip edge.
Drip edge is going to be that piece of metal that kind of seals off the very edge of your roof. So it's on the very end, kind of seals off the decking on the edge, the shingles, all of that good stuff.
I think I've seen it looks like a little L going around the edge. Like
yeah,
you have
just
like
a little
metal
L shape that
goes like.
It almost like it clamps on the edge of your roof.
Okay. All right, make sure it's all protected. So there you go. That's your roofing material 101. Just to kind of give you an idea so you can use the terms correctly when you're either reading an inspection report, talking to a roofer yourself, just, help you out. So
some good knowledge for you.
Yeah, hope that helps. If you need any roofing questions or anything going on in the San Antonio metro area, I highly recommend Bondoc with Bondoc Roofing. We use them a lot. One of our preferred vendors, and I'm very blessed with many of them. I'm so helpful, that's good. I'm so happy with our vendors, and if you have any questions on property management or anything like that,
yes,
I'm your gal.
Hit Courtney up, she's got you.
All right, thank you. This is Courtney Rosen, and
this is Italia Grosso.
Signing off.
Bye.
Bye.